Okay, guys, welcome back to another tier list. Today we're going to be doing a Motionless in White Scoring the End of the World tier list. I feel like I've listened to at least one song off of this album every single day since it came out a year ago. And this is it's definitely my favorite album that came out last year. Motionless in White is my favorite band, so I figured today I would do this. Maybe I'll do the other albums, but this one is definitely my favorite, so I'm just gonna do this one for right now, and then maybe later I'll do the other ones. But so I have this fave, insane, pretty good, okay, meh, bad. Nothing's going in the bad category, by the way. But yeah. So this is just a tier that I found. I didn't find this myself, so. Alright, we're going in order of how the songs appear in the album. I think I got all of these right. The Meltdown, we're starting out strong. Man, I really didn't want to start off with my favorite song off of this album, but like since I'm doing it in the order that they're going to the album, I kind of have to. Like I could have just randomized these or did it like ranking like number 13th to number 1 or whatever, but I didn't want to do that. But yeah, Meltdown has been my favorite since it came out. When I first listened to it, the so there's a lot of things with the album with music for me is that if I like it the first time, then that's the most important thing to me is if I like it the first time. Like I know music can grow on someone over time, which there are some of these songs and this actually did have to grow on me. But Meltdown, the first time I listened to it, bro, I was in shock, bro. I'm like, shit, this song is so good. And like there's been a couple other ones that have like challenged it. But I mean, in the end, I'm still team Meltdown. Meltdown's very good. Next up, Sign of Life. It's okay. I have really no. It's not bad, but I really don't have any like. I don't really have anything like that I really love about it. To me, it just sounds like Breaking Benjamin, and I'm not really the biggest Breaking Benjamin fan. I used to be a little bit of a Breaking Benjamin fan when I was young, but as I've gotten older, I'm just like whatever on them. But that's what the song sounds like to me. It may sound different to you, but like Sign of Life is good, but like I don't know. It's like it's not my go-to off of this, you know, not one of my go-tos. Werewolf, pretty good. This is probably like the most famous off of this album. The first time I listened to it, I wasn't like that impressed, and then one of my best friends, listened to it, and he said that was his favorite. And I do like the music video to this song, and I do like the "Somebody's watching me" reference. And I think what saved this song for me was the synthwave version. The synthwave version of this song I think is so much better. But yeah, the first time I listened to it, I wasn't that impressed, but it grew on me over the time that it grows. Yeah, I can't talk. It grew on me over time, so I'll put it in pretty good. Porcelain, I'm like meh on. I liked it when I first listened to it. Now I listen to it and I'm just like, it's not that good. Like, I'm not gonna say it's not that good, but it's just like compared to all the other songs on this album, it's definitely one of the weaker ones. So yeah, it's just not for me. I'm really not a fan of like these like emo fucking love stories, I guess. Which I guess I kind of am because I do like Cause of Death, which we'll get to that when we get to it. But yeah, Porcelain, I'm really just not. I'm really not about it. Slaughterhouse, this is one of the ones that challenges Meltdown. I'm a big fan of Slaughterhouse. Took a minute to grow on me. Took a very long minute to grow on me. Well, not very long, but like this is one of the songs that they released early before the album came out. I had never in my life heard a Knock Loose before this song came out, and I still haven't really listened to any other of their music. But man, when I first heard this song, I did not like the uh the dude's voice. Brian Garris, I think is his name. I was not a fan of his voice. But now I've gotten used to it. Now I like it. I like it. The thing that has going for it that like no other song off this album has going for it is the hook, the chorus. It is the best chorus off of this entire album, and I would like to say it's close, but it's not. Like, I genuinely don't think it is. Slaughterhouse, really good. Like, I don't like the last, like, what is it, 30 seconds where it's just the dude. But, like, man, Slaughterhouse is so good. Masterpiece. Take everything I said about Sign of Life minus the Breaking Benjamin part. That's pretty much how I feel about Masterpiece. They released it early. I think it's good, but it's not like my go-to. You know. Cause of Death is one that challenges Meltdown. Um, it's like whatever to me. Like, I don't know. I think it's just like, no, sorry, what am I talking about? Cause of Death. I was looking at Masterpiece, but I was talking about Cause of Death. My bad. Cause of Death is like the last minute of this song is. There's another song on here where the last minute's the best part, but dude, Cause of Death, like the last minute of it is what gets me. Like I've listened to that last minute more than I have many other songs. Like this was in my top 5 most played songs of last year. To be fair, 4 of them were from this album, and then one of them was something about people in Paris. But anyway, Cause of Death, man, the last minute of it is no hope, no time, can't go back, can't rewind. I love that. I absolutely love it. It blew me away when I first heard it, and it continues to blow me away. Like now. We Become the Night. I'm gonna put this in okay. This really took a while to grow on me. When I first heard this, I thought it was by far the worst song on this album. Now I don't think it is, but I think it's okay now. I think I was a little bit too harsh on it. It's growing on me. I think it's pretty good. Like, it's not in the pretty good tier, but it's just okay. Like, I don't think it's as good as Werewolf or any of the other ones that are gonna go in this tier. Yeah, We Become the Night. I'm okay with it now. Like, I have a playlist of my favorite songs on my Spotify, and this was the last one that I added on this list from this album. Like, I have this, and for the longest time, I had this entire album, except for We Become the Night on there. Burn at Both Ends 2. I'm gonna put this at the top of pretty good. Like, there's gonna be 4 songs in Insane, and then I'm gonna put Burn at Both Ends at the top. I don't think it's as good as the ones that are above it, but I definitely think out of these ones that are beneath it, it's definitely the best. I absolutely love Burnt at Both Ends too. If you don't know, Motionless in White does a lot of things, a lot of sequels to their songs. So we have 2 on this album. We have Burn at Both Ends 2, and we have Broadcasting from Beyond the Grave, Corpse Nation. The first Burn at Both Ends is good. I think it's one of their better, like, older songs. But man, Burn at Both Ends 2 just like pretty much throws it out of the water. Like, I don't know what I just said, but like the original Burn at Both Ends don't have shit on Burn at Both Ends 2. Like, it's genuinely like so good. At Both Ends, Burnt Once More. Now I Live for Something More. I absolutely love that line. So, Burn at Both Ends too. Pretty good. This is probably the worst song on this album. Like, before I would have said We Become the Night, but now I think it's Broadcasting from Beyond the Grave, Corpse Nation. Like I said, this is a sequel. This is one of the few times where they've done a sequel to a song where I think the original is better. Like, I think, like, Broadcasting from Beyond the Grave, Death Incorporated, might be my favorite song that's not by them, that's not on this album. It's either that, what's the other one? Not My Type, Dead as Fuck 2, or Brand New Numb, maybe? Yeah, those are like my top 3. But this one it's kind of disappointing in all honesty. Like, I'll listen to it, but I hate how, so I have this playlist where I put everything, all my favorite songs into it. This is always the song that comes up in shuffle first, I swear. And I'm tired of hearing that beginning. But anyways, Cyberhex, put it above Werewolf. This is the first song they released early, I think. So Cyberhex is good. My good friend Good Grief 330 will disagree with me. I think Cyberhex is decent. When I first listened to it, I wasn't that into it, but then I was on the road with my friend Andrew, and I told him about this song. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna listen to it," and we did, and it was so much better the second time, like leagues better the second time. And I still think that, like, the fact that this has been pretty good should tell you how good the rest of this album is. Like, it's genuinely like such a like this album is genuinely a masterpiece in my opinion. Because like, yeah, we have some down here and whatever, but like the ones that are like here and above, which are where the rest of these are going, is genuinely like it's genuinely a masterpiece. Red, White, and Boom. I think it's pretty good. This is actually the first song I listened to off of this album. It features the dude from Beartooth, Caleb Domo, I think his name is. Um, I was not into this when I first heard it. Like, I skipped all the way to this song because I do like Beartooth as well. So I skipped to this song, and I was not impressed off of the first time I listened to it. But man, as I've like as I've listened to it more, I just love it more and more each time. This is one of those like I love the last minute of it personally, and I love it. It's really good personally. Like I don't know what else to say. Red, White, and Boom. It's grown on me. And Scoring the End of the World, it challenges Meltdown. This is the other one, like Cause of Death, where the last minute of it is the best part of it. This was actually my third most played song of the year, so like four of these songs are in my top five. These four songs are in my top five. So it goes Meltdown, and then my number two is about those people who were in Paris, and then number three is Scoring the End of the World. Number four is Slaughterhouse, and number five is Cause of Death. Scoring the End of the World is genuinely like if I were trying to get somebody into Motionless in White, I would show them this song because like it's not very heavy, there's not a lot of screamo, and it's like I think it's just a song that like everybody can like, at least most people can like, assuming you like rock. And like it's such a good way to end it. Like it's the last song in the album, and I feel like it's such a masterful way to end it. Like you start off with the best song, and you end off with the second best song. Like it's genuinely like it's so good. Like Scoring the End of the World, I can't recommend it enough. If you disagree, whatever. But yeah, that's the list. Yeah. I know I said some negative things about some of these, but like everything Red, White, and Boom through Meltdown, I feel like I've listened to at least one of those songs every single day since it came out. So that's my list. Leave your comments down in the comments section. If you think Cyberhex should be in favorite, like Good Grief 330, then let me know. So yeah, that's it. See ya.